Well, hello gorgeous, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to cover some of the products that I use to complete this look today, and some of my favorite brushes I like to use as well. As promised, as we build this channel, I just want to be talking to y'all. So this is a channel for new people who are new to makeup, and I feel like the information that I provide will help you make purchase decisions and also help you to complete your makeup without that unnecessary pressure or stress to be perfect, and that unnecessary pressure or stress to get through the look. Okay, like, just do your makeup, just put that shit on, okay? But we're going to share today and throughout some of the videos in the future some of the products I use for different looks, okay? So first, let's start with the brows. Today for the brows we use the Black Noir pomade by Natasha Denona. This is one of my go-to pomades for a lot of my looks. As you know, if you've been following so far, another one that I like is my Pembe's Ebony pomade. But today we use the Black Noir by Natasha Denona. Then we went in on the brows with Prep with number 7 by P. Louise. And then we went over the brows to clean up with number 8 by P. Louise. So you can see the shades are just a slight shade up in color. So this is what we did on the underbrow, and this is what we did above the brow for cleanup and prep for our eyes. Next we went in with the Haunt Me palette by Blend Bunny. If you know, you know Blend Bunny is one of my favorite palettes to use. I have almost all of them, if not all of them, and if I don't have all of them, it's probably something old. But I definitely have, I would say, 95% of all the Blend Bunny palettes. And this is the Haunt Me palette, and this is the one we use today. And we use the shades Macabre, In Vain, Succubus, Noir, Vein in White, Woman in White, and this is, let me see, Shrewd is the shimmer we use today. We went in with 2 primers. We went in with Top Secret by Lashing Out Glam, and we went in with the Grippy Serum by Maybelline to prep for our foundation. And for foundation today, we went in with the Matte Formula by Spike Beauty. If you reference my foundation collection, I mentioned this is one of my, if not my absolute favorite foundation in my collection. It is the perfect formula for my skin, my complexion in the bottle, literally, okay? Any season. I love this foundation, and this is Spike Beauty's Matte About You foundation in shade 11. Then we went in with our concealers, and we use our Black Radiance concealers today, and I use shades 496, 97, and 99. Y'all know 90% of the time I'm going to be using 3 different shades of concealer. I like to take the darker shade to the outer corner, the middle shade to the middle, and the lighter shade in the inner corner, and blend it out. So this is what we use today, Black Radiance. Okay, we set the face with the powders, Rich Peach under the eye and in the T-zone by One Sides is the shade that we use for that area, and then we set the rest of the face with Dark Deep by One Sides. For our setting spray today, we use One Side's Powder Melt. For our liquid contour today, or cream contour today, we use number 15 by Respect the Crown, which is one of my favorite products to contour with. And for our cream blush today, we use the Curve Case Collective palette made by Mitchell, and we use these two shades right here, this purple and this deep pink. For our powder bronzer today, we use the Masterclass Dark Deep Structure palette by Blend Bunny. And the shades we use inside, I like to combine these two shades, which are Fiction and Rockaway. Fiction and Rockaway in the Blend Bunny Masterclass Dark Deep palette. And for our powder blush today, because y'all know I like to use both cream and powder blush and cream and powder contour or bronzer, and we use these two shades here, this pink and this deep purple here in the Crayon Case Blush Binder. Now for a finishing powder today, we use the Assorted Chocolate in shades Macchiato by Lashing Out Glam. And as you can see, we about to hit pan on that, or we are hitting pan on that. I love this. It's time to order more. I do love this finishing powder a lot. Let me not forget, we did cut a crease today, and I use this white shadow base number 1 by Spike Beauty to cut the crease on the eye today before I went in with that shimmer on the eye out of the Blend Bunny palette. Now for a finishing spray, not setting spray, we use the powder mount as previously mentioned for a setting spray, but for a finishing spray, which I normally apply after I go in with my finishing powder, not my setting powder, my finishing powder is the Matte Finish by Smoke and Mirrors. Now some would say what's the difference between a finishing powder and or pressed powder and a setting powder. The setting powder literally sets the foundation or the makeup to your face. It keeps it and holds it in place, and in conjunction with your setting spray, it fixates that product to your face. The finishing powder and finishing spray gives your face a more filtered, finished, polished look. That's the best way to explain the difference. Now, can the products be used interchangeably? Yes. I mean, some people do. You know, some people use finishing sprays for setting sprays. But how that product is going to hold and how long it's going to hold is going to be affected if it's not an actual setting spray, if that makes sense. But hey, like I always say, do what you want. As long as it works for you and your face, do what you want. I like to do both. I like to set and then finish after I use a finished powder. Then we went in with the product Prestige Liner by Lashing Out Glam. And that is what we use to replace and replenish our moles. Now I have several natural moles on my face. When I do my makeup, I don't put them all back. I just put the ones that I'm used to seeing. This one is going to always be there because this is the mole that I share with my dad, who's no longer with us. That identifies me as his child. No. But this is a mole that I have to see for myself on a daily basis. So when I put on the makeup, it covers up that natural mole. I'm going to always put that one back. The other ones, I just pick and choose which moles I want to bring back in that particular look. Then we went in with these two shades on the eye, a purple and a pink, and these are Davis pencils, eyeliner pencils that I got off a TikTok shop like about over a year ago. I don't even think they're on there anymore, but they came in a bag of 14. I had like a few bags of them, and so I love to use these a lot, and this is what gave us the under eye today on the waterline. All right, so let's talk lashes. Lashes today is one of the Gold Bricks by Ducky Cosmetics. This is one of the OG lashes still, one of the favorite lashes that is in the collection. This is Tina by Ducky Cosmetics. Those are the lashes that I'm wearing on the eye. You can find them at duckycosmetics.com, and you can use code Nikki to save yourself a coin. Now let's talk about this lip combo, baby. This lip combo is a Ducky Cosmetics lip combo, and This is two of the newest of the, I think it's a total now of 58 lippies in her total collection. But this is the combo, and we went in with 2 mattes and a gloss. So the matte formula is Swedish, Beakley, and we gave it a splash of Kaya, which is a gloss formula by Ducky Cosmetics. So if you're on the site, you'll see the matte formulas and the gloss formulas separate. However, they do work interchangeably. So Ducky Cosmetics is one of the rare formulas where I feel like you can mix the glosses and the mattes up together without them giving you that cakey feeling on your lips. So Kaya is actually in the middle. So that is the lip combo. We also highlighted with Ducky Cosmetics, and we used 2 highlights today. We used Faded Slipper, which is a loose pigment, and we also used Dream Slipper. So here's the 2 that we use. Faded Slipper and Dream Slippers are the 2 highlights we used today by Ducky Cosmetics as well. That you can apply to get this cute little highlight. When I have to figure how to turn the light down low on this camera, but normally, like on my phone, when I'm actually doing this live, I just turn the light down low. Let me see what happens if I just turn the lights out for y'all, if y'all can see. Yeah, y'all can see a little more, but not as dark as I wanted y'all to see it. But it just glows in the dark as well. So this is Faded and Dream Slipper together by Ducky Cosmetics. And that is the look. Let's talk about some of the brushes I used today, okay? For brushes, we use several different brushes from several different brands. So I'm gonna go through the brushes that I use for different techniques or different applications. This is a BK brush that I use to apply the pomade to my eye. This brush is a F20 brush by Lash Out Glam, and I use this brush to blend out my concealer, and I also use it to blend out the eyeshadow base. This is the F21 brush that I love by Lash Out Glam. This is the brush that I use to actually apply the foundation to the skin. This is a Wet n Wild brush. I use this for my powder blush application and my powder contour. This brush is a F40 brush, and this is also by Lash Out Glam, and I use this brush to apply or blend out my contour, my cream contour. This is a Spike Beauty Essentials brush from her Essential Brush set, and I use this to apply my blushes today, my cream blushes. We use this. This is a Pack and Blending brush. This is a PB8 brush by Lash Out Glam to apply the eyeshadow. And you literally can use that to pack on and to blend your eyeshadow. This is a Absolute brush, and I use this particular brush, probably, I can't remember, to blend out my contour on my nose. Now this brush is another Spike Beauty Essentials brush, and I use this to, after I cut my crease, I went in with this brush to tap down that eyeshadow base, because I use one of the 888 concealer brushes by Ducky Cosmetics to apply, so you can see that white on there, to apply that base to the eye, but I use this brush to pat that base into my skin. Okay, I also use Ducky Cosmetic 888 brushes to wipe on my foundation before I use the F21 brush to pat it in. And I also use the 888 concealer brush to apply the application of the prep on my under eye and above my brow with the P. Louise eyeshadow bases. This brush is a highlight glow duck brush. It comes in a pack of 3 by Ducky Cosmetics, and I use this particular brush today to apply my highlights here, 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 here. You know, it's perfect for the applications of these loose pigments. Okay, now this is a silicone brush by Ducky Cosmetics. This is the P2 silicone brush. Very specifically, these come in a pack of 5. They all have different shape tips to use for different application purposes, and I use this brush today to apply the shimmer from the palette onto the eye. You can also use that brush for the loose pigments as well. And then we use the Respect the Crown 09 brush, and I use this to kind of blend out and blow out the corners of that eyeshadow. When I packed on the I went in with a black after I had put on the other shades, and I just used that to blend it out so we can nicely diffuse that black out into the rest of the blend. And then last but not least, this is a Spike Beauty brush, but as you can see, the handle is gone, but I refuse to separate the brush. I love this brush for the application of my finishing powders. And I also like to use it sometimes for my powdered contour as well. It's just a great brush to apply powders, and this is what I use this brush for today. And then last but not least, we use the Lashing Out Glam eyelash tool to actually apply the lashes. Look, hey, shout out to the girlies who can use their fingers to put their lashes on. Big shout out. You are the real professionals, okay? I must use a lash tool to put my lashes on. It just makes me and helps me place those lashes so much better, okay? And that's a wrap for what we use for this look today. Make sure you guys check out DuckyCosmetics.com. You can use code Nikki for all of the products that she has. Ducky has lashes. She has brushes, as you can see. She also has an array of matte and gloss formula lips. She also has pigments. The Slipper Sisters is very popular. You can get them in a bundle when they are available, or you can get them individually. She also has loose pigments that you can apply as on your cut crease or on your eye, or as additional highlight on the face as well. Just check out the site and you will see the array of products that she offers. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned in this particular video, please just comment below and I will respond. And hey, if you came and just peeked for a second, make sure that you like the video. At least like the video. All right, subscribe if you're moved to as well. I appreciate you all for watching this video if you watched to the end, and I will see you guys in the next video, gorgeous.